Hi again, welcome back to our video fly tying series. I'm Steve Worley, owner of the WORLEY-BUGGER Fly Company, and today I'm going to show you how to tie the Clark stonefly. So this is a classic stonefly caddis pattern. Been around for a long time, really underrated, especially for an October caddis. So today is September 23rd, and we're anticipating our big hatches of October caddis here in central Washington on the Yakima River. This is a great pattern to imitate October caddis. I tie it pretty much to standard proportions. However, I like to oversize the hackle and add rubber legs to it just to give it a little bit more movement. So stay tuned. I'm going to show you how to tie the Clark stone. All right, so let's get started here tying the Clark stone. So the first thing you're going to do is load 2x long dry fly hook. And today I'm using the Erics FW 570 in a size 8. This is a great, super sharp hook. Great for, tying big caddis, stoneflies, hoppers, anything like that. It's a painted hook, so you're going to want to lay down a good thread base here. Cover all that paint so you get good adhesion of your materials. So the first thing that I like to do is just take a little bit of black ice stub, and we'll just make a little dubbing ball right here on the back. This adds a little bit more color to the body. It's October caddis time, so that means low water, usually bright, sunny days, clear, gin clear. So this will give it a little bit of a hot spot there in the back. Kind of adds a little bit more varying color to it. I'm going to take a piece of gold diamond braid. We're going to tie this in for the body. And wrap our thread forward, leaving about a 1/4 of an inch there behind the eye. And then we'll just take and we'll wrap a thin body of gold diamond braid here forward. And you get to your thread, then you can just tie that off. Cut it close, and then bind that down. The next thing that you're going to do is take your carded antron and like to unwind it. Measure out 3 shanks of antron and then just cut your ends. And they'll have a little bit of fraying on the end there. And just take and chop that off. And then we'll lay it up on the body. This is going to be an underwing and then give us that nice orange color that October caddis are known for. So we'll take and we'll bind this down. Then you're going to want to take a brush and comb that out. Make sure your ends, the ends of your yarn should be right kind of in line with your with the bend of the hook here. Then we'll take a patch of elk. I like elk because it's what the pattern originally calls for. Plus, it's, you know, it creates that bigger wing for October Caddis. It's hollower than deer hair, so it's going to add some flotation to it. Take and comb. Get all the underfur out of it. We'll put it in the stacker. Stack the tips so we get a nice, even, nice looking wing. And you want a nice clump. You don't want it overly, so it's all over the place. And then we'll just lay it right up on top, and the tips should extend past the body of your orange antron there. Just lay it down, pull tight. This GSP, you can really get those wings bound down to your fly. Really holds nicely, and then just start cutting off your ends here. Get close. Some of these fibers, these elk fibers, kind of make it over on the side. You can trim those off. Really want that orange antron really shown through on that underwing. That's going to be a kind of a trigger mechanism. Of course, anything orange we love to fish for October Caddis. So we'll bind this wing down real good to that shank, pull tight. So the next material that we're going to add are rubber legs. The original Clark stone never had rubber legs, but since we're using this as an October Caddis pattern, we really want to create as much movement with it as we can. So I'm going to take 2 rubber legs and I'm going to even the tips. Then we're going to double them up, and we're just going to lay it up here up on the top. We're going to make a couple of thread wraps, and then we can cut them. And then grab those 2, pull them down on the side. Grab the other 2, pull them down on the side. Get them in position where you want them. So it's nice to have a vise where the head rotates. You can really see what's going on in your fly and positioning your materials correctly. And then we'll just take and we'll bind these down. You can see those legs are getting tight and getting, you know, getting tied into the shank there. Really super important. So you kind of want to pick this out here and look and see. We're going to have 2 legs in the back and just on each side on the back of the fly, and then just 1 leg on each side on the front. So we're just going to go in here. We're going to pull this thing up, really expand it, and then just cut it out. We're going to do the same thing on this side. Just pull that up and cut it out. Get those hairs out of there. Anything that's kind of blocking, adding an obstruction. Then next we'll just take just a little bit of dubbing here. Again, you can just use the black eye stub. This is going to help kind of pull our wing down, separate the legs. Just wrap that around there. And then go right back behind it again. See what that pulls that wing down over the body, and then kind of adds separation for those rubber legs, keeps them apart from each other. Then next we're going to take a couple of brown hackles. So this is a size 8 hook. Good to use, you know, at least a size 8 or a size 6 feather in brown. Like it oversized so it really kind of rides high and you know, will really wake nicely when we're skating it. So here I'll take 2 feathers and we'll tie these in. The stems matched evenly, and then we'll pull those in and we'll bind them right to the side of the hook shank. And remember, don't crowd your eye. Leave enough there where you can finish off the and tie your hackles off. So we're going to grab our first hackle. And we're going to start winding it forward. Pull your rubber legs back out of the way. Try and utilize as much of the hackle as you can. Get to the front, tie that off. And next we'll wrap our second hackle through. And we'll get to the front here and we'll tie it off. And you want to kind of clean any of those fibers that are sticking in close to the eye. Going to keep your tippets from getting in there, and then we'll make a few more thread wraps, and you can half hitch or whip finish, whichever you prefer. Then I'll just take a little bit of UV glue around that thread. Try it with our light to dry. And then here, if you can kind of fine tune your rubber legs to your liking. And there it is. That is the highly effective Clark Stone October Caddis. Pretty simple to put together. Highly effective fly to fish September, October, and November, wherever you find October Caddis hatches. So thanks for viewing. Thanks for sharing.